Hello, it is almost noon on May 9th. It's been a bit since I've gone out for a ride. The weather hasn't been great, and I've been a little bit busy with work and other things. So I'm not getting my kilometers in like I normally would like to be doing by around this time of year. So I decided the weather today is pretty good and I can delay a few other things and come out for a ride. The wind isn't too bad, but a little bit strong, probably close to 20 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure which direction, but I don't think it's going to be with me. It's around 13 degrees right now. So it's comfortable biking weather. I was thinking about going down to the lake, but it's probably going to be quite a bit colder there. And around this time of the year, there's going to be lots of midges that are probably going to make my ride much less enjoyable. So I've decided to come along this Bloordale ravine, like a Etobicoke Creek or something. I'm still not sure exactly what this is. I'm pretty sure it's Etobicoke Creek. And this is a series of connected parks. I think it's the most dominant one is Bloordale, but I need to remember it. Every time I look it up, I always forget the next day. And then I decided that I should probably get out today, burn a few calories, because I ate too much yesterday. I gained a little bit extra weight, so my pants aren't fitting as well right now. So I need to burn off a few calories and hopefully a few inches. And I don't know why all of a sudden there's cars here. There's never this many cars on this crossover, but there we go. And the dandelions here are in full bloom. There's as much yellow as there is green. So testing out another new piece of equipment today on this ride. I'm now trying out an Insta Mic Air. And instead of using the USB dongle to connect it to this, to my Ace Pro, I'm trying to connect directly by Bluetooth. I had some challenges on the last ride. I was using a Mic Air connected by the dongle, but I think the USB kept coming loose or disconnected, which caused a lot of completely useless and unusable audio. In addition to that, when I'm connected by USB, I cannot also charge my camera. So it limits my recording time. So let's see how well this works and sounds when connected by Bluetooth. One of the problems with it connecting by Bluetooth is that the mic does not automatically reconnect every time I turn off the camera and turn it back on. It loses the connection, and then I need to sit and wait for another, I don't know, 30 or 45 seconds for it to reconnect. So that's an extra step that's kind of annoying when I'm trying to do these kind of live recordings, or these live vlogs, cycling vlogs. Is that what it is? Maybe. So let's see, and then I'll keep tweaking and refining my setup. So hopefully I'll find something that works well in the next 6 weeks or so. So I'm ready to do a proper recording for my metric century ride coming up on June the 21st. And this here is annoying that they don't give me a flat connection to get back onto the trail. I've got to do a little hop. And here's another dog off leash. This is not an off-leash dog area, but it's a constant occurrence. So right now for my audio, I've turned off the noise reduction. Oh, thank you. Turned off the noise reduction, voice focus, wind reduction. I've just got the little wind muff on the mic air, just to see if I can get a baseline of how well just the wind muff works. And then based on that, I can see about turning on noise reduction or whatever, because I have a feeling that the noise reduction that this does kind of kills the natural sound. Cuts too much frequencies off from my voice, and then it sounds kind of tinny and flat. So I'm not sure if that is preferable to how much wind noise is being cut, but really it's just the one way to test it. And then also my camera is not wanting to stay tight, so I've given it a bit of a tightening. Hopefully it keeps tracking straight. I've got it mounted directly to my handlebars with a little bit of a contraption. It doesn't want to stay perfectly upright, but hopefully it's good enough. And now we come to Centennial. Let me see if I can pause this. No, I think I can go. Okay. They really need to put another ramp here. But one of the other reasons I wanted to come over here today by Centennial is that it's cherry blossom season. It's looking a lot greener than the last time I was here about a month ago. But I have missed peak bloom. Peak bloom happened last weekend, and then it was extremely windy and rainy for the past week. So I think that's blown most of the cherry blossoms off. So this is the first year in a few years that I haven't been able to make it out for the cherry blossoms. Yeah. Most of the cherry blossoms are gone. And then kids stopping in the middle of the street. And then more people just hanging out in the street.
Yeah, 2 kids on one path.
There's a few more cherry blossoms around here. Guess around here is a little bit more protected from the wind and a slightly different microclimate. So the smell is quite nice actually. My bike is also running really smooth for some reason. It's a little bit overdue for a proper tune-up, but I'm not hearing any creaks or squeaks or rattles or anything. It's running really smooth. This is some batting cages coming in. The city's putting in. This used to be a go-kart track. I think it's batting cages and baseball diamonds that they're installing here. I think last time I was here also, this wasn't paved. I can smell the fresh pavement here. There's the BMX track. Whoa, yeah. That was some really bad bumps and potholes that I wasn't expecting. Kind of curious how well my Ace Pro smoothed that out with the stabilization. And here we're coming up to Eglinton. Eglinton and the nice bike lane over there. And the bus route. Here's Orbiter. So I don't think I'm going to make this a very long ride today. Probably going to top out around maybe 10, maybe 12 kilometers. I don't feel like doing much longer today. Just come down Eglinton and then cut across to Echo Valley. I think that's going to be fine. Do I want to do Echo Valley actually? You know what? Echo Valley is probably going to have too many bugs. Around this time of year, it's really unpleasant to be biking through the swarms. So I think that I'll just go up East Mall. Not very exciting, or picturesque, or pleasant, but it's generally bug-free at all times of the year. Even the gnats and midges don't like hanging around. Okay, is this guy gonna let me go, or he's definitely not? Oh, thank you. Oh, there's a Go Bus. Cool. I didn't know Go Buses used this track also. still have no idea why this is here. Like, it should be way more busy. And here's a bus stop outside of the bus track. I don't understand that. And I'm also trying to test a new idea to see if I can speed up the editing process. Right, can I make it? Or are you gonna let me go? You're gonna go in front. What the fuck? Okay, I'll cross here. There's the guys with the nice bikes. So I'm trying to pause the recording so I can take out boring bits, keep the mic connected, and that'll save me in the edit. In theory, I can just go up straight to a final video ready for YouTube much more quickly. The only catch is that I'm going to need to keep it plugged into power because the battery will not last that long otherwise. If I'm planning to do a 10-hour ride, 8-hour ride, something like that, however long it takes me to do a century ride, I don't think I want to record the whole thing. That's probably a little too much. But it'd be nice to cut down on some of the editing for it if I can do it live. But that's fine. I always carry a USB battery here, so that's no problem. What kind of speed am I doing down here? 26.5, 26. This is always a fun part of this ride. It's around 2 kilometers, 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers, something like that, of basically pure downhill. So free recovery time. I'm also really curious how well the stabilization is doing on this. Last time I brought out, my camera got reset to factory for some reason. Probably I pressed a button by accident and it was recording in the wrong aspect ratio, in the wrong color profile, with stabilization turned off. So today I've got all those set properly, I hope. So let's see how this turns out today. And here we are coming up now on the East Mall. This is the start of East Mall, or the end, depending on how you want to look at it. And the wind is definitely not in my favor. It's pushing against me pretty hard, which also makes me curious how well this audio is going to sound. This might be terrible, unusable audio. Hopefully not. I'm just looking forward to having some lunch finally. Oh, I skipped breakfast today. Just had some coffee and then went out to do some grocery shopping. So now, at home, I've got some leftover pizza from yesterday. So I'm debating whether or not I want to eat some pizza, or while shopping, I bought ingredients to make a ham sub, hot honey ham sub sandwich. Both sound delicious. So these are the struggles that I have in my life. So after about 30 minutes of recording, connected by Bluetooth on 4K recording, I've got about 45% battery remaining. And personally, I think my battery is a little bit lower than that, maybe 25 or 30%, because this wind is absolutely killing me. And as you can see, this is a really boring, uneventful, unexciting stretch of road with cars that blow by just a little bit too quickly. But thankfully it's a pretty wide road, so they're able to give me enough space. But I am really interested to see how well the wind muff is blocking all this wind, because my audio meter, my mic level meter on the camera, showing a pretty consistent 50% of max just from the wind alone. So I have no idea how well this is going to be coming across. But if this does sound even remotely okay, then it is a huge testament. Don't play Bop. That song should be banned. Nobody wants to listen to Bop. Especially if I can't skip. Yeah, if this sounds remotely usable, what's this? Mother's Day flowers. Then I guess that's good, yeah. So if this is usable, that's going to be a pretty huge testament to the quality of the mic here by Insta360. And then Insta360, if you see this, please send me free things. And then I can keep testing them in real world scenarios instead of elaborately staged perfect scenario, because if this could work well here, it'll work well anywhere. The sun's coming out now. Well, not coming out, the sun's been out, I guess, for a minute. But this is just really nice weather. If it wasn't for this wind, it would be perfect biking weather. And if it wasn't for the midges along the waterfront, it would have been perfect waterfront biking weather. But as it stands, it's just kind of okay biking in the suburbs weather. Okay, so not much more coming up here. So that's about the end for my ride today. It's going to finish at about 13 kilometers, which is not bad considering my other plan for today was to just do nothing. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.